Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first official video. Um, I'm kind of just laying it, to be honest. I was inspired to put my story out there, and to just get started. Um, so if you don't know or if you're new, I have schizophrenia. I was diagnosed in 2017, and I just want to put my story out there of what happened during my first psychosis experience, and here we go. Okay, so uh, let's see. It was a pretty normal day. I went to work, third shift. It was about 10 or 11 p.m. I can't remember the time. Um, I went to work, and when I got there, I had this funny feeling. Um, wasn't sure what it was back then. Now that I know, it was paranoia. Um, I just would feel like every single individual person had like a certain conversation going on about me. I was planning a trip to Vegas. I walked past someone and they said, "Oh, you going to Vegas, huh?" And I was just thinking to myself, like, "Am I tripping? Like, did I tell them that? Why are they talking about Vegas?" I heard someone talking about a show I was watching. I heard somebody talking about my mom, I believe. It was just me going going through paranoia, and honestly, it was the creepiest thing ever. I'm gonna just be straight up. So that was going on when I first arrived at work that night. This was September 8th. I I believe I had a break that night at work. I for some reason went to my car and something seemed off. Something seemed like it was missing. And I remember coming to the security at my job. It's a pharmacy, so they have to have security. And I was like, somebody broke into my car. Y'all need to look at the camera and figure out who broke into my car. I even gave them a list of names of the people who could have done it. That I thought my supervisor, my coworker, my team lead, everybody. I just started naming people off, and he was writing them down. Whole time I'm experiencing psychosis. I'm paranoid. I'm thinking things that aren't true. So basically, after that happened, after I felt like I had been violated, my car had been broken into, I left. I left. I didn't clock out. I left. Driving. I was experiencing psychosis, so I don't even remember taking this turn, taking this street, taking this highway. I don't I don't know how I made it, but I made it to my girlfriend at the time. I made it to her job. I said something's wrong. I said I think somebody followed me here. She said, "What?" I think somebody followed me here. And I got into her car. She was parked in front. She worked security for a hotel. She was parked in front of the hotel, and I got inside her car, and I was just so paranoid, just looking around at every car, thinking one of them followed me to her job. So it's like probably 2 a.m. by now, 3 a.m. Um, and my mind is racing. I mean, racing. Um, she said, "You need to go home." And I said, "I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to go home. Someone's gonna follow me." So I believe I really wanted to talk to her to get some facts. But I mean, come on, it's my ex. It's like you don't just hit an ex up all the time, you know. But me, I personally wanted to hit her up all the time just to be like, did this happen? Did this happen? Like it's some missing pieces in my brain. But I believe either I went to sleep at her job in her car, or maybe I stayed up and waited for her to get off. I don't know, but we went home at the same time. I believe I followed her home. She was staying with me at the time. Once we got to the apartment, found a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper. Either I flipped a piece of paper over, or I just remember it being a blank white piece of paper. I wrote down everything that was going through my mind at that moment. Some of the things were such and such gets deported, twins in the army, uh, Chinese food is really people. It was just so many things um, going through my mind. And that was that. That was probably, it was either September 8th or September 9th. I'm not sure. But that was me first experiencing psychosis. And after I wrote all those things down, I remember taking a picture of it in an old phone. I'm gonna try to get that for you guys. But I just was so confused at why my mind was racing. Why was I writing these random things down? You know, what was really happening? I started texting Army coworkers. I was in the Army Reserves, if you didn't know, for 5 years. I started texting Army soldiers. Something's wrong with me. If anyone cares, I believe the reason I say if anyone cares is because they haven't been reaching out, and I haven't been going to drill. So I just felt like it was just some kind of disconnect between me and my soldiers. Like, what's going on, really? What is really happening? So I say, if anyone cares, something's wrong with me. I remember sending that text out, and then I remember telling my girlfriend at the time, something is not right. Um, and she told me to try to get some sleep. At the time, I was working third shift, so I would sleep during the day. Um, it's like getting a little emotional. It's just thinking back, like how far I've come. Might cut off here, and you guys might see me next week.